My name is Sydney Little. I am a campus organizer for Democracy Matters and a fellow with Next Gen Climate. So, when I first came to Keene, I was an education major and a sociology major. I actually remained an education major all the way until senior year, and it was because I had like a really deep love for kids and I loved teaching and I really loved the environment. But as I continued on in the major and I got into the classroom and I started working with the children and started learning the background of how the school system is funded and works, I started noticing these kind of stark inequalities that exist within the school system. So I had finished all my sociology classes by first semester senior year. And when I dropped my education major, that left me with a whole semester to fill up because I had finished sociology and I was supposed to be taking student teaching, so I had nothing to do in that time. But kind of lucky for me, I had taken so many criminal justice classes just out of interest and because they lined up so well with sociology that I was able to just like switch into a major in criminal justice and graduate right on time, which is pretty crazy. Lucky for me, in the field that I want to go into, there's tons of things to do right now because of the current administration and how many injustices are so pervasive right now in American society. And so there's plenty of work to be doing when it comes to political advocacy, which is terrible, but it does create jobs in the field that I want to go into. So I want to go into political advocacy, and um, pursuing that is kind of difficult, especially in this region. So it just has to do with networking and stuff like that. But eventually, when I graduate, I want to be working on either climate justice issues, women's reproductive rights, or voting rights. By that point, on election day, we were pretty loopy. Like, it was actually insane because we had been working such long hours and talking about the same thing for a really, really long time. But this was the day that we had been building up to. And so we had a pretty big budget for the day to just be as wild as we wanted. So we had popcorn machines, coffee, donuts, cookies, pizza, cotton candy, and then huge banana suits that we were running around in. And I don't think you really could have missed us on Appian Way. But I think my favorite part of it was just working with the people that I was working with, because by that point we were so close that with each other that it was really easy to reach the students on campus, and I felt a lot more comfortable to just go up to people and talk to them. And I think what we were going for was making politics and voting look fun, and I had fun doing it, and so I think that was the best part of it. Well, my piece of advice would be for people who want to get into politics is to educate yourself, which is really important. But I would just like to tell everyone that students, each individual student, has a ton of power. And if you want to change your community, the first thing that you can do is get involved in politics.